Have you ever stopped to consider the humble olive, that small, unassuming fruit it's easy to overlook as it sits in a jar, glistening, waiting to be drizzled over a salad or used to sauté vegetables? But within that simple fruit lies a history as rich and complex as the oil it produces. This is more than just a cooking ingredient. This is liquid gold, olive oil, and for millennia, it's been a staple, a treasure, and a symbol of prosperity, health, and even divinity across cultures. We're about to embark on a journey to discover its captivating story, a story steeped in tradition, innovation, and a whole lot of flavor. What is it about olive oil that has captured our collective imagination for centuries? It's not just a source of healthy fats, it's a cornerstone of culinary traditions across the globe. From the sun-drenched hills of Tuscany to the ancient olive groves of Greece, this golden nectar has shaped diets, economies, and even religious rituals. Think of a crisp bruschetta topped with freshly pressed olive oil, a fragrant tagine infused with its peppery notes, or even the shimmering oil lamps that lit ancient temples. Olive oil is more than an ingredient, it's an experience, a cultural touchstone that connects us to generations past. It's woven into the fabric of human history, a symbol of peace, abundance, and the very essence of the Mediterranean lifestyle. Before we dive into the depths of history, I invite you to take a moment to engage your senses and truly appreciate the marvel that is olive oil. Imagine holding a small dish of extra virgin olive oil. That's the highest quality, by the way. Notice its color, the way it shimmers, ranging from a vibrant green to a rich golden yellow, reflecting the variety of olive and its ripeness. Swirl it gently and observe its viscosity, that luxurious, almost velvety texture. Now, inhale deeply. Can you detect the fruity, sometimes grassy or peppery notes? Perhaps a hint of artichoke or even tomato leaf. Finally, the moment of truth. A tiny taste, allowing the oil to coat your palate. Feel its richness, its delicate bitterness, the slight pungency that catches at the back of your throat. This, my friends, is the sensory symphony of olive oil, a preview of the incredible journey we're about to embark on. From the taste that dances on your tongue to the aroma that fills the air, olive oil is an invitation to a world of flavor, tradition, and a remarkable story waiting to be unfolded. Now, are you ready to trace the roots of this liquid gold? To delve into its ancient origins and discover the secrets behind its enduring allure? Let's uncover how it transitioned from a simple food source to a precious commodity, shaping civilizations along the way. Imagine a world where liquid gold flowed, not in rivers, but from the fruit of a revered tree. This golden elixir, olive oil, wasn't merely a culinary staple, it was woven into the very fabric of ancient civilizations, a symbol of peace, prosperity, and even divinity. Let's embark on a journey through time to trace the remarkable origins of this ancient treasure. Our quest begins in the cradle of civilization, the Fertile Crescent, a region arching across the modern Middle East. Archaeological excavations have unearthed evidence of olive cultivation stretching back as far as 6000 BCE. Fragments of olive pits and even remnants of ancient olive presses discovered in sites like Tel Twani in Syria tell a compelling story of our ancestors' early appreciation for this remarkable fruit. Imagine, 8,000 years ago, someone recognizing the potential of this humble olive, experimenting with ways to extract its precious oil, and initiating a legacy that continues to enrich our lives today. It's truly astounding. Beyond the practical applications, the olive branch quickly assumed a symbolic significance, its image woven into the mythologies and rituals of numerous ancient cultures. In ancient Greece, the olive tree was considered sacred to the goddess Athena, a gift to the city of Athens that secured her patronage. A crown of olive leaves adorned the heads of victorious athletes in the Olympic Games, a symbol of peace and achievement that resonates even today.
I've always been fascinated by the Roman adoption of the olive branch.
Absolutely. The Romans continued the tradition, associating the olive branch with Pax, their goddess of peace. And of course, the iconic image of a dove carrying an olive branch, a universal emblem of peace, has its roots in the biblical story of Noah's Ark, demonstrating the profound and lasting impact of this simple branch. Egyptian mythology also revered the olive, connecting it with strength and healing, with some texts even referencing its use in mummification processes. It's incredible to think how a single plant could hold such diverse and potent symbolism across such distinct cultures. But how did our ancestors actually get the oil from the olive? The earliest methods were surprisingly simple, relying on crushing the olives between stones or using rudimentary lever and weight presses. Imagine the labor involved, the time and dedication required to extract even a small amount of oil. Over time, techniques evolved. The Romans, known for their engineering prowess, developed more sophisticated screw presses and even mills driven by animals, increasing efficiency and production. These advancements not only increased the availability of olive oil but also transformed it into a valuable commodity. Now, let's talk about what people actually did with this precious liquid. Olive oil wasn't simply a condiment, it was a foundational element of ancient diets. Long before modern science could articulate the benefits of monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, ancient peoples understood the nutritional value of olive oil. It fueled their bodies, providing essential energy for their demanding lifestyles. In ancient cuisines, olive oil was used in everything from simple breads and porridges to elaborate feasts. It was also integral to preserving foods, a crucial consideration in a world without refrigeration. Imagine the flavors, the aromas of ancient kitchens infused with the rich scent of freshly pressed olive oil. This increasing demand for olive oil fueled the growth of ancient economies and profoundly influenced trade routes. Olive oil became a key trading commodity, traversing vast distances by land and sea, connecting distant cultures and facilitating the exchange of not just goods but also ideas and innovations. Amphoras, those characteristic terracotta vessels with their pointed bases, became synonymous with the olive oil trade, silent witnesses to the journeys this precious cargo undertook across the Mediterranean and beyond. Control of olive oil production and trade routes even became a source of power and wealth for empires, shaping political landscapes and influencing the course of history. Think of it, this humble fruit, transformed into liquid gold, had the power to shape civilizations. From its humble beginnings in the Fertile Crescent, olive oil's journey through antiquity is a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring power of nature's gifts. Now, let's explore how this liquid gold spread its roots further, embarking on a voyage of cultivation and influence that continues to shape our world today. Imagine a world without olive oil, no glistening drizzle on freshly baked bread, no vibrant pesto, no fragrant tapenade. It's hard to picture, isn't it? Because for thousands of years, the olive tree and the precious oil it yields has been deeply intertwined with human civilization. It's a story that begins in the warm embrace of the Mediterranean basin. Our journey begins with wild olive trees, their branches heavy with fruit, clinging to rocky slopes overlooking the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. This region, often called the cradle of civilization, also cradled the earliest domesticated olive trees, perhaps as far back as 6000 BCE. From this cradle, the olive tree began its remarkable journey outwards. Think of it like ripples expanding across a still pond. First, along established trade routes, carried by Phoenician sailors and intrepid merchants. Imagine these ancient mariners, their ships laden with amphorae, those elegant clay vessels, filled with liquid gold. They sailed through the Pillars of Hercules, establishing olive groves in southern Spain and North Africa. Later, the Romans, with their meticulous agricultural practices and vast empire, continued the olive's expansion, further entrenching it within the cultural fabric of Europe. It became so synonymous with prosperity and peace that victorious Roman generals were often crowned with olive wreaths. Isn't it fascinating how such a simple fruit holds such symbolic power? Now, let's talk terroir. This French term, with no direct English equivalent, encapsulates the complex interplay of soil, climate, and terrain that imparts unique characteristics to olive oil. Just like wine grapes, olive varieties express themselves differently depending on their environment. A Kalamata olive grown in Greece, with its sun-drenched slopes and arid climate, will develop a distinct flavor profile compared to the same variety grown in, say, California. The soil composition, the amount of rainfall, even the direction the trees face, all contribute to the subtle nuances of the oil, its aroma, its flavor, even its color.
That's absolutely amazing. It's incredible how the environment can shape something as seemingly simple as olive oil. It really elevates the appreciation for the craft, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and through the ages, humans have constantly refined the art of cultivating olive trees. Early farmers used simple tools, hand-pruned their trees, harvested olives by hand, and extracted the oil using stone mills. Think about the sheer physical labor involved. Over generations, traditional knowledge was passed down, an intimate understanding of the land and the rhythms of nature. With the rise of technology, many producers have embraced modern methods like mechanical harvesting and centrifugation, streamlining production and improving yields. However, many growers still cling to time-honored practices, recognizing the vital link between tradition and quality. Some even maintain centuries-old groves, the twisted, gnarled trees standing as living monuments to the history of olive cultivation. Today, the Mediterranean remains the heartland of olive oil production. Spain, the world's largest producer, boasts vast expanses of olive groves, particularly in Andalusia, where the Picule olive thrives. Italy, a close second, is renowned for its diverse range of olive oils, from the robust, peppery oils of Tuscany to the delicate, fruity oils of Liguria. Greece, the birthplace of the olive tree's cultivation, continues its long tradition, producing oils known for their rich flavor and aroma. But the olive's reach extends beyond the Mediterranean. Tunisia, in North Africa, is another major producer, while countries like Turkey, Morocco, Portugal, and even California and Australia contribute to the global tapestry of olive oil. But how is this ancient elixir, this liquid gold, actually made? What happens after those olives are picked from the branches? That journey, from grove to bottle, is a story in itself. Imagine a single, glistening drop of olive oil. It holds within it the sun-drenched landscapes of groves that have witnessed centuries of human endeavor, the subtle nuances of terroir, and the culmination of an intricate process that transforms humble olives into liquid gold. This journey, from grove to bottle, is a fascinating blend of art and science that we'll explore today. Our journey begins with the olive harvest, a time-honored tradition that has marked the rhythm of life in olive-growing regions for millennia. Imagine groves draped with nets, workers delicately hand-picking olives one by one, ensuring only the perfectly ripe fruit is chosen. This method, though labor-intensive, minimizes bruising and damage, preserving the delicate flavors of the olive. It's a practice deeply rooted in tradition, often passed down through generations, a tangible link to the ancient world. But the modern world also plays a role. Mechanized harvesters, while sometimes viewed with reservation by purists, offer efficiency, especially for larger groves. Shaking the branches or using large combs to collect the fruit, these machines have allowed for larger-scale olive oil production to meet global demand. The choice between tradition and modernity reflects the ongoing conversation within the olive oil industry, balancing preservation of heritage with the demands of a growing market. Once harvested, the olives are quickly transported to the mill, where the transformation into oil begins. This is a crucial step, as delays can lead to oxidation and degradation of the precious oil. Here, the process of milling extracts the oil. Traditionally, large stone wheels, some weighing several tons, were used to crush the olives into a paste. The aromatic pulp, a vibrant green or purple depending on the olive variety, was then pressed, extracting the oil. This ancient method, though largely replaced by modern machinery, is still used by some producers seeking to replicate historic methods or create specific flavor profiles. Modern milling often employs steel hammer crushers or malaxers, machines that gently churn the paste to facilitate oil release. This mechanized approach ensures uniformity and efficiency, maintaining consistency and quality in the final product. After extraction comes the delicate process of separating the oil from the water and pomace, the leftover olive solids. Centrifugation is commonly used today, utilizing spinning force to create distinct layers of oil, water, and pomace. The resulting oil is then carefully filtered to remove any residual solids, maximizing clarity and stability. The magic lies in what emerges: the vibrant, verdant olive oil, ready to be classified and graded. This intricate dance of physics and chemistry is where the science truly comes into play in olive oil production. The journey culminates in the classification of the oil, a system designed to protect consumers and ensure quality. Extra virgin olive oil reigns supreme, representing the highest quality. This designation signifies that the oil is obtained solely through mechanical means, meaning no heat or chemical intervention, preserving its delicate flavor and maximizing its health benefits. It must also have a free acidity level below 0.8%, indicating a lack of degradation. Then comes virgin olive oil, with slightly higher acidity levels, and refined olive oil obtained through chemical refinement processes. These gradations ensure transparency, allowing consumers to choose oil that aligns with their taste preferences and intended use. Each grade reflects a different balance of flavor, aroma, and chemical composition, creating a spectrum of choices from robust and peppery to delicate and fruity. Quality control, a painstaking pursuit, ensures the integrity and authenticity of the oil. Factors such as storage, temperature, and light exposure are rigorously controlled. Professional olive oil tasters, true artisans of the senses, assess the oil for its flavor, aroma, and other attributes. Swirling small amounts of oil in tasting glasses, they evaluate for defects, identifying subtle nuances that can indicate imperfections or adulterations. These trained experts play a pivotal role, safeguarding the reputation of the olive oil industry and guiding consumers towards high-quality products.
This truly complex process is the essence of getting that delicious olive oil onto our tables. But what makes olive oil so desirable beyond its rich history and production methods?
That's a perfect segue to our next topic: the remarkable health benefits that have earned olive oil its reputation as a nutritional powerhouse. Now, let's delve into something truly remarkable: the health benefits of olive oil. This liquid gold, as Homer called it, isn't just a culinary delight, it's a nutritional powerhouse that has captivated researchers and health enthusiasts for centuries. It's a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, a dietary pattern celebrated worldwide for its remarkable health benefits, especially for the heart.
I remember reading about how populations in the Mediterranean region historically experienced lower rates of heart disease, despite consuming relatively high amounts of fat. It was fascinating to learn that this Mediterranean paradox was partially attributed to their generous use of olive oil.
Exactly. The Mediterranean diet emphasizes whole foods, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. But olive oil is its star player, replacing butter and other less healthy fats. Studies have consistently linked adherence to this diet, with its rich inclusion of olive oil, to a reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, certain cancers, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. But why is olive oil so beneficial? The answer lies in its chemical composition. Olive oil is predominantly composed of monounsaturated fatty acids, specifically oleic acid, which is considered a healthy fat. Unlike saturated and trans fats, which can contribute to inflammation and artery clogging, monounsaturated fats have the opposite effect. They can lower bad LDL cholesterol while potentially raising good HDL cholesterol, promoting healthy blood lipid profiles and reducing the risk of plaque buildup in arteries. But that's not the whole story. Beyond healthy fats, olive oil boasts a wealth of antioxidants, such as polyphenols, vitamin E, and carotenoids. These compounds act as scavengers, neutralizing harmful free radicals that can damage cells and contribute to aging and disease. Imagine them as tiny guardians protecting your cells from oxidative stress, a major culprit in many chronic conditions. Specific polyphenols like olecanthal have been studied for their anti-inflammatory properties, which may rival those of ibuprofen. The potential health benefits extend beyond heart health. Studies suggest that regular consumption of olive oil may play a protective role against certain cancers, including breast, colon, and prostate cancers. The antioxidants in olive oil are thought to combat the cellular damage that can lead to cancerous growth. Moreover, olive oil's anti-inflammatory properties may also contribute to this protective effect. Emerging research even explores the potential benefits of olive oil for cognitive function, suggesting it could play a role in preventing cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. It's fascinating to think how a simple ingredient can have such profound implications for our overall health. Now, there are some common misconceptions about olive oil that need debunking. Some believe that olive oil shouldn't be used for cooking at high temperatures, claiming it loses its nutritional value or even becomes harmful. While it's true that olive oil has a lower smoke point compared to some other oils, it's still suitable for most cooking methods. It retains its beneficial properties even when heated. Another myth is that all olive oils are created equal. This isn't the case. Extra virgin olive oil is the highest quality, extracted through mechanical means without the use of chemicals or heat, preserving its delicate flavor and maximizing its nutritional content. So, choose wisely. From protecting our hearts to potentially warding off disease, the science surrounding olive oil is constantly evolving, continually revealing new and exciting insights into its remarkable health-promoting properties. This rich history and wealth of health benefits make it truly deserving of its liquid gold title. But olive oil isn't just a health elixir, it's also a cornerstone of culinary traditions across the globe. adding depth and flavor to dishes in countless cultures, which leads us perfectly to explore just that: olive oil in culinary traditions, a global flavor. Imagine biting into a crusty slice of bread, drizzled with emerald green olive oil, fragrant with the essence of sun-drenched olives. That simple pleasure, enjoyed across cultures for millennia, speaks to the enduring power of olive oil in culinary traditions. It's far more than just a cooking fat. It's a cultural cornerstone, a flavor enhancer, and a testament to human ingenuity. Olive oil's culinary journey began in the cradle of civilization, with its use spanning far beyond just drizzling. Its remarkable versatility is evident in its myriad applications across cultures. From the simplest of dips, where fresh bread acts as a conduit to the oil's pure flavor, to intricate salad dressings that elevate simple greens to gastronomic heights, olive oil plays a starring role. Think of the vibrant salads of the Mediterranean, glistening with extra virgin olive oil, often infused with the tang of lemon or the warmth of herbs. Its high smoke point makes it surprisingly suited to frying, lending a crisp texture and subtle fruity note to everything from delicate vegetables to savory fish. And in baking, olive oil cakes, dense and moist with a unique flavor profile, are a testament to its versatility beyond savory dishes. There's a reason why, after thousands of years, olive oil continues to reign supreme in kitchens worldwide. Now, let's explore the fascinating regional nuances in olive oil usage. Think of the robust, peppery oils of southern Italy, often paired with hearty tomato sauces and grilled meats. Their bold flavor can stand up to rich, intense ingredients, creating a harmonious culinary experience. Contrast that with the delicate, fruity oils of northern Italy, which find their perfect complement in lighter dishes, perhaps drizzled over grilled fish or fresh mozzarella. Travel to Spain, and you'll discover the intensely aromatic picul olive, perfect for adding depth of flavor to gazpacho or lending a rich aroma to patatas bravas. Even within small regions, the specific types of olives cultivated, the methods of extraction and processing, create distinct flavor profiles that have been honed over generations to best complement local cuisines. This reflects the intricate relationship between terroir, tradition, and taste. Mastering the art of pairing olive oil with food is akin to understanding the subtleties of wine pairings. It's about finding harmonies, creating contrasts, and elevating the flavors of both the oil and the dish it complements. A delicate extra virgin olive oil with grassy notes can beautifully enhance the subtle sweetness of fresh seafood, while a more robust oil with peppery undertones might be the ideal match for a grilled steak. Consider the intensity of the oil's flavor, its fruitiness, its bitterness, and any peppery notes when deciding how to use it. And don't be afraid to experiment. The world of olive oil is full of surprising and delightful pairings waiting to be discovered. Ever tried pairing a fruity olive oil with a dark chocolate dessert? Trust me, it's a revelation. Now, developing a palate for truly appreciating olive oil takes time and practice, but it's a richly rewarding pursuit. It's much like appreciating fine wine. You learn to discern the nuances, the complexities, the subtle interplay of aromas and tastes. Start by pouring a small amount of olive oil into a glass. Warm it slightly in your hands, and swirl it gently to release its aromas. Inhale deeply, allowing the fragrance to fill your senses. Notice the fruity notes. Are they reminiscent of green apples, ripe bananas, or perhaps a hint of citrus? Then, take a small sip, letting the oil coat your palate. Consider its texture. Is it buttery, smooth, or perhaps a little peppery? This sensory experience unlocks the true essence of olive oil, allowing you to fully appreciate the craftsmanship and tradition that goes into producing it. From a simple drizzle to an essential culinary ingredient, olive oil's role in global cuisines is both fundamental and remarkably diverse. Its impact stretches far beyond just enhancing flavors. It connects us to centuries of culinary tradition and agricultural heritage. And as we move into a world increasingly focused on healthy and sustainable practices, olive oil's role promises to continue evolving, taking on new and exciting dimensions. Speaking of which, have you ever considered all the remarkable uses of olive oil beyond the kitchen? From drizzling it over fresh salads to using it to sauté our favorite vegetables, olive oil is a staple in many kitchens. But have you ever stopped to consider how this liquid gold, as Homer called it, has shaped civilizations and permeated various aspects of human life far beyond the culinary realm? We've journeyed from the olive groves of antiquity to the modern kitchen, tracing the evolution of olive oil production and its integral role in the Mediterranean diet. Now, let's delve even deeper and explore some of the less conventional, yet equally fascinating uses of olive oil throughout history. Let's start with the pursuit of beauty and well-being. Long before the advent of modern cosmetics, olive oil was revered for its moisturizing and healing properties.
Really? How so?
Ancient Egyptians, for example, prized olive oil not just as a culinary ingredient, but as a key component in their beauty regimens. They incorporated it into perfumes, used it to protect their skin from the harsh desert sun, and even believed it had anti-aging properties.
That's quite fascinating.
It is. Depictions in ancient tombs showcase the glistening skin of Egyptians, likely a testament to the benefits of olive oil. Today, this ancient wisdom continues to hold sway, with olive oil featuring prominently in natural skincare products, soaps, hair conditioners, and even shaving creams. Its rich emollient qualities make it an excellent moisturizer, soothing dry skin and adding shine to hair. Beyond the realm of beauty, olive oil has played a significant role in spiritual practices for millennia. In many religions, it symbolizes purity, healing, and strength.
That's interesting. Could you elaborate on that?
Certainly, in ancient Greece, athletes would anoint themselves with olive oil before competitions, believing it would bring them divine favor and victory. It also played a vital role in religious ceremonies, being used to light sacred lamps and as an offering to deities. The practice of using olive oil in religious rituals continues today in several faiths, including Christianity, where it is used in sacraments such as baptism and anointing the sick. Chrism, the holy oil used in these sacraments, is traditionally a blend of olive oil and fragrant balsam. The act of anointing with olive oil is deeply symbolic, representing a bestowal of blessing and spiritual strength. This liquid gold also holds a special place in traditional medicine across various cultures, from soothing burns and wounds to alleviating earaches and digestive issues. Olive oil's purported healing properties have been passed down through generations.
I can see how its anti-inflammatory properties could be beneficial.
Exactly. In ancient Greece, physicians like Hippocrates, known as the father of medicine, prescribed olive oil for a wide range of ailments, recognizing its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. Traditional remedies using olive oil are still practiced today in many parts of the world, particularly in the Mediterranean region. Although not all of these folk remedies are scientifically validated, the long-standing history of olive oil in medicinal practices certainly warrants further investigation. Stepping into the present, the olive oil industry is a complex global network with deep economic roots, from the family-owned groves that dot the Mediterranean landscape to the large-scale industrial producers. Millions depend on the cultivation and trade of this liquid gold.
I can only imagine the scale of the modern olive oil industry.
It's immense. Countries like Spain, Italy, and Greece are the top producers, exporting olive oil across the globe. The industry not only provides livelihoods but also contributes significantly to the economies of these nations. But this booming industry also faces its own set of challenges. Factors such as climate change, fluctuating market prices, and ensuring quality control significantly impact the olive oil trade. This leads us to a critical aspect of the future of olive oil production: sustainability. As global demand continues to rise, maintaining ecological balance and promoting ethical practices is more vital than ever.
Sustainable practices are crucial for the future of any agricultural industry, and I assume olive oil is no different.
Absolutely right. Thankfully, the movement towards sustainable olive oil production is gaining momentum, with a focus on reducing the environmental footprint of olive cultivation. Initiatives like organic farming practices, minimizing water usage, and reducing waste byproducts are being actively implemented. Certification programs help consumers identify and support producers committed to sustainable practices, ensuring the longevity of olive oil production and the health of our planet. Now, considering the past, present, and evolving nature of the olive oil industry, we can see that it has truly impacted our world. And now, we ask ourselves, what does the future hold? How can we ensure this precious commodity thrives while embracing innovative and environmentally responsible approaches? Let's discuss the future of olive oil, the challenges and opportunities. Imagine a world without that distinctive peppery bite, that smooth, fruity richness that elevates even the simplest of dishes. A world without olive oil. It's a disconcerting thought, isn't it? Because olive oil is so much more than just a culinary staple. It's a thread woven through the tapestry of human civilization, a symbol of peace, prosperity, and even sacred ritual. But that future isn't guaranteed. The olive oil industry, like so many aspects of our agricultural landscape, is facing a complex web of challenges in the 21st century, and if we don't address these challenges head-on, the future of this liquid gold could be very different from its vibrant past. Perhaps the most pressing challenge is the unpredictable beast of climate change. Olive trees, while resilient, are particularly susceptible to shifts in temperature and rainfall patterns.
Yes, I've read that increasing temperatures can accelerate the ripening process of olives, affecting the oil's chemical composition and ultimately impacting its flavor profile. Not the rich, nuanced flavors we've come to expect.
Exactly, and we're also seeing more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, and even unexpected frosts, all of which can severely damage olive groves and reduce yields. In regions like Andalusia in Spain, which produces nearly half of the world's olive oil, increasingly dry conditions are a constant concern. Farmers are having to invest in sophisticated irrigation systems and experiment with drought-resistant cultivars, adapting to the changing climate just to survive. This all adds costs and can impact the final price of the product, potentially making it less accessible. But the story doesn't end with simply protecting existing groves. There's exciting work happening to bolster the olive oil industry through technological advancements. Think of things like precision agriculture using sensor technology and data analysis to monitor tree health and optimize irrigation and fertilization. We're seeing the development of new harvesting methods that improve efficiency and reduce labor costs. Even the extraction process itself is being revolutionized with innovative techniques that enhance the quality and yield of the oil while reducing waste. It's a true marriage of tradition and innovation. Take, for instance, the development of super high-density olive groves. These groves utilize specially selected dwarf varieties and automated harvesting techniques, maximizing output per hectare. It's quite a contrast to the picturesque image of traditional, widely spaced groves we're used to, but these methods offer a crucial tool in meeting the rising global demand for olive oil. This innovation isn't about replacing traditional methods entirely. Rather, it provides another path forward, helping to bolster production in areas facing climatic pressures. Now, while technological progress is certainly vital, it's equally crucial to remember the value of what's already there, the biodiversity and rich cultural heritage embedded within centuries-old olive groves. Many of these groves represent an invaluable genetic library of olive varieties, some of which hold the key to greater pest and disease resistance, and perhaps even better tolerance to changing climatic conditions. These groves are living testaments to generations of farmers who have meticulously nurtured their trees and refined cultivation practices over centuries. Losing them would be like losing a part of our history, a part of our culinary soul. There are organizations doing vital work to protect these ancient groves, promoting sustainable practices, and supporting olive farmers in preserving traditional methods. They understand that it's not just about protecting trees, it's about safeguarding the rich cultural traditions, the specialized knowledge, and the deep-rooted connection between people and the land. The future of olive oil is a balancing act. We must innovate to address the very real threats of climate change, explore new technologies to enhance production, while at the same time safeguarding the incredible heritage represented by traditional olive cultivation. The good news is the groundwork is being laid. Scientists, farmers, and passionate individuals around the globe are working to ensure that this liquid gold continues to enrich our lives for generations to come. And that brings us to how we appreciate this legacy, the rich tapestry that olive oil represents. Imagine a single ingredient woven into the very fabric of civilizations, its essence flowing through art, religion, medicine, and cuisine. That ingredient is olive oil, a liquid gold whose story spans millennia, touching every corner of the Mediterranean and beyond. We've journeyed through time, explored the roots of its cultivation, witnessed its rise as a symbol of peace and prosperity, delved into the science behind its remarkable health benefits, and uncovered the secrets of its production, from ancient pressing techniques to modern milling methods. Now, as our exploration draws to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable legacy of this extraordinary gift from nature. From the wild olive trees that first graced the landscapes of the Fertile Crescent, likely over 6,000 years ago, to the carefully cultivated groves that blanket hillsides today, the story of olive oil is a testament to human ingenuity and our deep connection with the natural world. Early civilizations revered the olive tree, viewing it not just as a source of sustenance but as a symbol of peace, wisdom, and prosperity. The olive branch became an emblem of victory and reconciliation, a tradition that endures to this day. In ancient Greece, winning athletes were crowned with olive wreaths, and the precious oil-fueled lamps that illuminated homes and temples, quite literally lighting the way to knowledge and enlightenment. And we cannot forget the crucial role olive oil played in ancient religious practices, serving as an essential component in sacred rituals and ceremonies.
Absolutely. The cultural impact of olive oil goes far beyond symbolism and ceremony, significantly influencing artistic expression and trade routes throughout history. Renaissance artists relied heavily on olive oil-based paints to create their masterpieces, the luminous quality of the oil giving depth and richness to their colors and allowing for remarkable detail and vibrant hues. Moreover, olive oil has always been a highly sought-after commodity, shaping trade relationships and fueling economic growth across continents. Its influence extends even to the very language we use today. The word oil itself is believed to have originated from the ancient Greek word for olive, aleia, echoing the prominence of olive oil in ancient cultures.
Now, shift your focus to the scientific marvels that lie within this golden elixir. Modern science has confirmed what ancient cultures seemed to instinctively understand. Olive oil is incredibly beneficial for our health. Rich in monounsaturated fats, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, it's been linked to a reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, certain types of cancer, and cognitive decline. It's truly a testament to how ancient wisdom often foreshadows scientific discoveries. Remember, the specific health benefits of olive oil are influenced by its quality and type, particularly the level of phenolic compounds, those potent antioxidants we discussed earlier. Extra virgin olive oil, with its stricter production standards and lower acidity levels, typically contains a higher concentration of these beneficial compounds. This brings us to a crucial point: appreciation. Olive oil is not just a commodity, it's an experience, a celebration of flavor, aroma, and texture. Learning to discern the nuanced profiles of different olive oils, the peppery bite of a Tuscan extra virgin, the buttery smoothness of a Spanish arbequina, the fruity notes of a Greek koroniki, opens a door to a world of sensory delight. Don't just drizzle it on your salad. Savor it. Appreciate its complexity. Experiment with different varieties, exploring how they enhance different dishes and elevate your culinary creations. And consider visiting an olive grove or mill if the opportunity arises. Witnessing firsthand the dedication and passion that goes into producing this liquid gold provides an even deeper level of appreciation. From the ancient groves of the Mediterranean to our modern kitchens, olive oil has left an undeniable mark on human civilization. It is a testament to the interconnectedness of history, culture, science, and gastronomy, a reminder that even the simplest ingredients can hold profound significance. So, next time you reach for that bottle of olive oil, remember its extraordinary journey through time. Savor not just its flavor, but the rich tapestry of history and culture it embodies. It is a story worth sharing, a legacy worth preserving for generations to come.